This is A-Game, fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about Only God Can Judge Me. And I want to say shout out to Chantel Simone, who actually inspired this because she talked about this very subject, and she really did an excellent job on talking about the different concepts behind Only God Can Judge Me. And I wanted to sort of offer my perspective as well on that sentiment, because we hear it a lot from Black women, and we understand that it is a way to sort of not have accountability for anything that they are doing or any of the decisions that they make. It's a way to deflect. It's a way to sort of just escape consequences and things of that nature. And the part that Chantel said that I really want to expand on is Black women wanting to scrutinize everybody that offers a critique or that offers constructive criticism to them. And what they try to do is they try to pry into your personal life, or they use whatever the person says about their personal life against them in order to disqualify the message and the messenger. And we saw this happen recently with Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace, where he was very transparent about the fact that he had been divorced twice and how his love life and romantic life had gone up to that point, and the lessons that he learned and the things that he had encountered and experienced that he had. And he was drawing on those experiences in order to offer the critique that he was offering. And a lot of hyenas wanted to use that against him. But what does he know about a successful marriage if he was divorced twice? And the thing about that is, a lot of times you can learn from a mistake. It's like these hyenas don't understand learning from stuff. So if you go into something and that thing did not necessarily turn out right, if you have a sense of reflection, if you have a sense of, okay, let me step back and examine why a marriage didn't work, or let me examine, why these relationships are failing. Is it something I'm doing? Is it something they're doing? And a lot of times Kevin would say, you know what, these are the mistakes that I made in a relationship. These, and because I did XYZ, this is likely why this turnout was the way that it was. So I learned from that. You understand? But the reason why a lot of Black women don't have a sense of learning from their mistake is because, like I said, in order to learn from a mistake, or in order to learn from a bad decision, you've got to have the ability to step back and look at that situation using proper hindsight. And because Black women don't reflect on things, they don't look to see, okay, what part did I play in any of this is what's going on. So quick to dish it off and pass the buck and say, okay, well, it was other people's fault and it was what other people were doing and things of that nature. And it's like two things can be true at once. Even if the other person is guilty of some wrongdoing, that often doesn't have anything to do with the part that you played in certain things. And I'm not talking about, oh, well, this person did that and I just reacted to it, as if to say I wasn't in control of my reaction, since that person did X, Y, and Z and made me react like that. And that is where we lose accountability. And that's where we got to pick it back up, because when someone does something, we're able to choose how we're going to react or respond to what happened. That is what we're going to choose. We might not be able to control what other people are doing, but we've got to be able to control what we do as a response or as a reaction. And if we are having weird reactions and whacked out responses, then that is going to be on us. The other thing is, here's the thing. They mistakenly believe that if the messenger that is delivering this message that they don't want to hear, one of accountability, and that person is not their idea of being above reproach or their idea of perfection, then the person can't offer the critique. It's null and void at that point. So if you are a woman speaking out against the ill behavior of other women and saying this is why you're getting the outcomes romantically that you're getting, now they want to look at, well, what's your romantic life? Not yours. And let's say there's a woman who actually did have that and say, okay, you know, I spent my 20s getting ran through. I spent my 30s regretting it. I spent my 40s, okay, let's say you got a woman like that. Her experience of saying, okay, I actually walked that path that you're walking, and I'm here to tell you, because I got to the finish line and didn't get a good prize, I'm here to tell other women, don't even walk down this path. This path doesn't lead anywhere. This path doesn't lead anywhere good. I actually walked it, and I regret every step that I took down this path. So what I'm going to try to do is spare you the regret I feel for walking down a path that my mother or elders probably tried to get me not to do, and I didn't listen. Even if you've got a woman like that has made the mistakes, that have coming back to say, you know what, these were bad decisions actually. So I'm not going to glorify them. I'm actually going to tell you the truth about them, and y'all need to listen to that. That is valuable as well. That's just as valuable as the woman that never walked that path saying, I can already see without walking the path that it's a bad path. So I'm trying to let everybody else know why this is a bad path, why you shouldn't even embark on it at all, because this is not going to give you the kind of results that later on you're going to want. Right now, those outcomes and results don't mean a lot to you, but I guarantee you 20 years from now, you're going to wish for them. So here we go. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. But if Black women don't think that the messenger is somehow perfect or the type of person that they want to take critique from, then they're not going to take critique from them. Now, this is where we get into only God can judge me, right? Because I'm gonna break something down for you, because the reality is Black women feel like there isn't a person alive that can critique them, no matter who they are or where they come from or what they know. And here's why. This is why this statement is so very important. They're not really drawing on the spiritual value of that statement. They don't even care that statement, you know what I'm saying? They not rock, they don't really rock with God like that. They just try to cherry pick stuff that shields them. Here's the thing. Critique, the first false equivalency is that critique is associated with judgment. That critique is a judgment. It's not. So that's the first way in which they try to muddy the water, okay? By saying that a critique is equal to a judgment. A critique is just that. It's just a critique. It's not actually a judgment, okay? So when we look at the definition of critique, here's what we find. When you look at the definition of a critique, is a detailed analysis and an assessment of something, especially a literary, philosophical, or political theory, to evaluate in a detailed and analytical way. That is a critique. right? That's a critique. Now, when we look up a judgment, that's going to be something different. A judgment we're going to look up judgment. So when we say judgment, a judgment is the ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. That's number one. And then it's visiting a misfortune or a calamity viewed as a divine punishment, right? So judgment is associated with the divine in a lot of different cases, right? So when we take a look at those two definitions, we come up actually with something different. And this little difference is what they're trying to hide behind by saying you can't critique it because a critique is a judgment. And we consider judgment to be associated with God, right? And judgment being the domain of the Most High. So therefore, if judgment is within the domain of the Most High God, then only God is perfect enough to critique. See what I did there? Because a critique is not associated with divinity or divine judgment or divine reward or punishments. A critique is just that, a detailed analysis of something. That is what that is. So you can't then say people can't make detailed analysis of things and then falsely equate that with a judgment, something that is the domain of God. Okay, so basically what this is an attempt, of course, to avoid any and all accountability from any angle, no matter who the person is and no matter the intent behind this critique. So basically what Black women are saying is that her bad choices, her bad decisions, and the outcomes of those decisions are not only to be tolerated from her, but actually celebrated. That's what they mean by uplift Black women, and you know what I'm saying, to uplift her, to empower her, to love her, and all that type of stuff. Her bad decisions are not only to be tolerated, they're actually to be celebrated. Okay? She's saying that her bad choices, okay, don't affect anybody else, which we know to be false. So what she's saying is that how her bad choices affect others, no matter how detrimental they are, cannot be examined and they cannot be questioned. In other words, we cannot make a detailed analysis on the detriment of her decisions. So we can't tell her to stop hurting the community. We can't tell her that because that's a judgment, remember? So she's gonna then insist that her actions only affect her and that nobody else is affected, regardless of the fact that there is quantitative and measurable damage done by her decisions. It's quantifiable. We can count this. It's stats. It's all kind of research being done about how many baby deletions she do, and the marriage statistics, and the divorce statistics, and the cheating statistics, and all of these different statistics that we measuring. It's measurable. Not some abstract thing we counting, right? So here's the thing. We don't, hyenas, message to you. We don't need to be God in order to critique you. We just need to be collectively affected by those collective bad decisions that you all make. You make the bad decisions to be single mothers and to celebrate it, which has resulted in the break of the nuclear family. So much so that we now have a culture that does not value the nuclear family. So your daughter don't grow up thinking, man, I should get married and save myself for my husband and blah, 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 blah. She grow up watching you, and you got a revolving door of ninjas, F-19s in and out your house. So that's how she learned what her value is supposed to be and how she's supposed to interact with men. That's where she learned that foolishness. So thereby you ruin a whole generation of girls that's going to grow up to be women just like you. You ruin boys to make them grow up these pookies and these criminals and these no good ninjas that y'all complain about. You grow him up to be a son husband, a simp, a noodle back. You grow him up for that. Then get mad when he get grown and he do that. These are your bad decisions. Making decisions to be completely obstinate so that men will not want you for wives and won't build families with you and leave you alone. Now the Black community is on fire and you sitting around acting like you don't know who set it on fire with gas and matches in your hand. Okay? Perfection of the messenger is not a requirement. What's a requirement is your correction. That's the requirement. And since y'all are incapable of self-correction or even incapable of the recognition that your thoughts and actions and your value system that you perpetuate is detrimental not only to yourself but everybody else around you, then it has to be external correction. Nobody gonna back down from doing that. Nobody gonna stop doing that. We let you run rampant, and this is where we are. We let y'all get crazy for 70 years, and now we're almost extinct as a community because of it. So nobody gonna pack it up and leave you alone. Nobody gonna leave you alone. We're gonna keep hammering at you. We don't care how mad you get about it. We're mad. We're mad. Lionesses are mad that you made life harder than it needed to be on us. The lions are mad. The Black men are mad that you made yourself so undesirable as mates that they got to go somewhere else and find other women. You made them mad. Everybody mad. Okay? Thing about it is we don't care that you mad because you don't got a leg to stand on. You don't have a legit leg to stand on. You need to go somewhere and sit down. Just wanted to reiterate that. I want to draw everybody's attention. Before we draw our attention to Black Lives Matter, I want to draw everybody's attention to the fact that it is here. What's here? The book is here, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, and it is available for pre-order today. All right. So for this holiday season, you're going to be able to read the book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, and you're going to be able to change your life forever. How do you pre-order Crimson Cure? Well, that is super simple. All you got to do is go to crimsoncure.com, and you will be able to pre-order this book. Cost of the book is $24.97. And digital copies are going to be available for download on December the 5th. Hard and soft cover will be available to be shipped out December the 15th. So no matter what you desire, whether you desire a digital copy or a hard copy, the pre-order is open right now on the website Crimson Cure. All you got to do is click on the website. It's in the description box as well. Go ahead and click pre-order your book today and change your life. I'm so excited to be able to announce that to everybody. I'm also excited to be able to draw everybody's attention to Black Lives Matter petition that we still have going. We're going to get up to our next milestone, which is 15,000 signatures on our petition. That's also in the description box. So a lot of stuff, a lot of information that you want to see is actually in the description box. And once you pre-order your book, once you sign, share, and contribute to the petition, I want you to get down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.